when it's right on top of their deck. So don't be part of that group.
You are the worst kind of player when I'm sat across the table at Aurora, hating that I haven't won. You're like, keep digging. Come on.
It's almost there, buddy.
Did we just say 99% of players stop gambling right before they're about to win to keep going? I guess to be fair, digging is different. Like digging isn't. Yeah, I guess to be fair, digging is not like the equivalent. So, you know, it is what it is, but we cannot be.
You do have the out though. It's like, no, I'm not.
I'm gonna turn this down. But yeah, no, like it's market research. Yeah. Remember, 99% of gamblers stop right before they quit. So keep digging. You gotta keep digging.
The moment that we start hitting 4-0 in that round is where we might start seeing some fun stuff make a run. We get a lot of the meta decks that reach this point, and we're like, okay, cool. We're gonna see Master Yi, we'll see Aurelia, we'll see, we'll see some.
What is this notification?
The rest of
New members only live stream? That's so weird.
Enough good players in the room that some should be making.
Okay, we're now in rounds 5 through 8. So I did see we didn't see anything spicy this regional. It seems like a lot of people are playing to keep it safe. That or whoever decided to choose the feature matches did not choose exciting matches. I think the most exciting thing that we've seen on stream has been like, what would it even be? Because we had Diana versus, I think, Pike. No, it was Diana versus Yi, I believe. It was Alan. It was Diana. Then it was. Oh, the spiciest thing we saw has been Victor versus Kha'Zix.
For instance, 4 wins on either the.
But it's been like Yi and whatnot. Interesting. People are rising in Yi, but stop like lowering in Annie.
Competitor. What are they doing? All right, they won as well, or maybe one more win will pull me across the line. Let's hope they get matched up into like Alan or something. Really?
Yeah, let's hope they get paired up, like way up. That's always the case, as we are going into this matchup. So the player names are swapped, but we have, would you believe it, a Jhin that is 4.
Oh my god. Okay, I just said we don't have anything spicy, but a 4-0 Jhin? I stand absolutely corrected. Okay, so I love Jhin. So this is perfect for me. So I guess very realistically I should just boot up like Spotify or some shit. Where's the
Just a little more, guys. I'm almost, trust me.
I love doing the 4 mechanic. 4 is arguably my favorite mechanic. Settings.
Expecting to see some presence of whether it does enough different things to compete with the top decks like a Diana, and in some respects the way that Yi plays, I'm not 100% sure. We haven't seen it quite enough performing at the top tables.
There's different schools of thought regarding the LeBlanc, and they can't seem to get to a unified deck. Was like, no, this is the best one. With on one end you got the baited hook LeBlanc players, with a fanatic following.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
okay.
are quite.
Let's pair that to the desktop. Let's get audio going so that you guys aren't left alone. Where is that Riot Creator Free playlist? There it is. And then let's just shuffle through this.
Let me tell you, you got an hour.
The baited hook emissaries at that point. The other side of the argument is just the standard version, which is just like a little bit more like, hey, I'll just play Rift Tower.
Which is still incredibly powerful.
Way, yeah. So it's interesting. Whether the consistency is there, I think is a really interesting conversation that we'll have to look at.
Oh yeah, there's a new 2xKO audio. That's funny. Okay. Let me just let me know. I guess if anyone is complaining about audio, but I think it should be fine. Unfortunately, I'm not hearing it myself. But, you know, it is what it is.
LeBlanc are there, yeah. But maybe you told us before.
But yeah, so Jin versus LeBlanc. Speaking from experience, this is okay. If this is Gutter Palace, this is extremely favored. Unless the LeBlanc can put enough units on like a battlefield with LeBlanc everywhere at once. But if this isn't Gutter Palace, this is still Jin favored because LeBlanc doesn't have a good way to prevent what's it called? LeBlanc doesn't have a good way to prevent the sniping of the Karthus with like Called Shot, or not Called Shot, with Deadly Flourish and Curtain Call. So you are, and the units that you have on board, you don't care. You're aiming for like Conquer, or you're aiming for like Conquer to 0.7 Time Warp. Or you're looking to uncheck power into Sprite Burst, right? You don't care about your units if you're playing traditional artillery Jin. And you can actually get to that point very quickly, because it's literally just play 2 drop, play 4 cost draw, 1. Play 4 cost draw and 2 drop, 2. Play 4 cost drop and combat, like 4 cost like spell or like item. But yeah, we're gonna get into it right here. Interesting. So they are talking. Oh, he's probably explaining the details. That is a Piltover Archive shirt. That's the symbol that Piltover Archive has. What are they doing over there? Interesting.
Because it feels like it really captures the mind of a Jin, which is, well,
oh, that's why. I didn't realize that's a Rift Lab shirt. This guy's probably associated with the Rift Lab. Remix of the goods. Yeah, so for me, I am an absolute bastard. I tell people, if you lose to Jin, you're not only losing to the Jin, you're losing to the deck box that I have it in. Because I put it in a McDonald's chicken nugget deck box. And so they see that, and they're like, oh wow. And then they see Jin, and like, oh no. But yeah, so there's a couple options. If we are playing standard... if we're playing like the Battle Axe package with Red Jin, then it's more consistent. It's less likely to lose to like counterspell or anti-spell like deals. Like you don't lose to just Baron straight up, aside from, you know, unchecked power. But yeah, the issue is running the Battle Axe package theoretically does win you the game faster. It leaves you less likely to like a blowout. Yeah, you keep Falling Star to be able to do modal damage in case you don't see like your deadly flourishes, or if you don't have the energy for it.
So many modes on it, you have to remember. You're going to pay for each of them with a repeat cost.
Yes.
So you can either draw 1, deal 2 to unit in the battlefield, deal 3 to unit in the base, or give a unit in the battlefield -4 to 10. I know a lot of people end up just drawing a card off this. They're like, it's expensive, but I just need to draw a card.
Sometimes, but that is the cost you should be paying for flexibility, right? Yeah. Options come at a cost. Now, this is the part of the where you're even more happy you're not playing against the geek. Because if you fully invest into your signature spell, it can still get the fight. Right. And then you will cry yourself to sleep.
Okay.
There's a lot of other things.
So, let's see. If it's a pike, no, it's not a pike. It's a LeBlanc. I don't know why they're talking about pike. Maybe they're just talking about the matchup. But yeah. Man, I really don't want to turn into the guy to code to combo. I don't remember his name from. But yeah, so Super Monte on the. Oh, it's the baited hook variant. This actually is significantly worse for LeBlanc because Jin doesn't care about anything because he'll just. Oh man. Yeah, so everything is within curtain call range except for Rift Herald, and Thousand Tailed Watcher. But realistically, you're not in a situation where Thousand Tailed Watcher actually matters because, well, let's see. So we're at 2 mirror images, which makes sense because with the prevalence of Gust and Starcross, mirror image is no longer safe. Mirror image was like more of like a pub stompy type of card. Are you gonna show us the deck list? Like, come on, hello. Oh, I guess did I miss it? Did I miss the deck list for Jin? I did. Oh. Interesting. So 2 Stupefy, over Regret, just ways for it to fight for the board. Wow. Okay, so 2 Riptides. That's interesting. Yeah, I can't believe I missed that. But yeah, that's very interesting. I will not lie. So we are going to Aspirants. This is a pretty standard setup for Baited Hook LeBlanc. In fact, it's eerily reminiscent of the Challenger TCG list, where they just subbed out the Otacon for a second Thousand Tailed Watcher. And they cut down Mirror Image for, I think, an extra Hidden Blade or an extra unit somewhere. But that does mean no Gutter Climb. Oh my god, wait, it's Aspirants for the Jin. Which makes sense, but I didn't realize it was Aspirants for the Jin. So we mulled away 2. We are looking for. We do have a 2-drop. We do have 2-drop into 4-drop or 4-cost draw. So that's really good. So direct pass, draw. I mean, this should just be play plundering pass. So. Unironically, the LeBlanc being on the back foot here is really interesting. Yeah, we played Diplomat and Black Rose Dignitary, sorry. And that'll be 3 might swinging in on attack and 2 might otherwise. I mean, that's just curtain call. Unironically, you generate so much value by walking up and doing curtain call. I wish they showed us active runes on this, but I guess they don't have either the tracker or something. But oh yeah, we have 2. We have 2. You just do 2 modes of curtain call. You do 2 modes of curtain call. Draw, deal 3 to a backline. Yeah, so very good. That channels a rune for Super Monte, which gets them to the higher breakpoint, but you're not terribly upset at the death. But yeah, so that'll be 1. And keep track of that because it's very important for the Jin. Checking the runes. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's no world that you draw into 7 yellow runes, right? That just means it's super unlucky. That just means you like didn't shuffle your runes and you're just super unlucky. Okay, all right. We're at 2 blue, so we can play the Rune Drex if needed. And then yeah, he's having to ask about what what Jin does. For those of you at home who don't know what Jin does, Jin every time you play a spell that costs and you have spent 4 or more, you may banish it. And after you've done that 4 times. Return all spells banished this way to the trash. Channel 4 runes. Key thing is channel 4 runes not exhausted. So they could channel ready. And then, what's it called? Draw a card. So very, very conditional. Very niche, but it works because once you do so, you can just like start a chain going. So the key thing also that you have to think about is time warp says banish after you play it. That means it does not work for this. It does not work for the Jin legend. Despite it being banished and it being in a banish pool, time warp is not in the same banish pool as Jin legend, meaning it does not count, which sucks because like it'd be really cool if it counted, because it'd be a way for you to like channel 4 runes from the time warp, but sadly it does not. I actually don't know why they designed it that way. I guess it'd be too broken if you did do it that way. Draw 1. We've held. Make a gold. Yeah, kill trigger, get a gold. I mean, you just play Nox as hopeful and run away. You want the... Oh, okay. You're looking to do double conquer, offer issues as to how they might want to approach this. But yeah, getting a 3rd gold token is super good here. And right now, I mean, the Glass Mixologist wins no matter what, wherever he goes. You only have to be in danger of like a Stupefy trade. But yeah, so reinforcing with Jin because he's played a 4-cost spell. That Jin specifically says if you play when you use 4 more energy to play a spell. So key thing is when you use is different from playing a spell, because that just checks the cost total versus whether or not the spell resolves. So yeah. So double reinforcing for 8 might is really good. You're telling your opponent right now you don't have the numbers. Obviously a mirror image, which we know that he has in hand, would work because you just do double mirror image.
Go from empty battlefield to I'm gonna create a token, sacrifice it, draw 2, play a bunch.
They have exactly that, and so there won't even.
So yeah, I would say we're going to 9. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Yeah, so we are minimum 3 turns away from losing at this point. You have tons of development options. Genuinely, my opinion is to play Karthus and just ram a mirror image into like the. Oh yeah, you know you have to ram a mirror image. You play Karthus, you offer Conquer. Conquer has to go through, the Jin has nothing. And then from there, you just make a copy, and then you play Karthus, and you say, alright, Value Engine, I'm gonna bring back my Diplomat and my... Ooh, we're getting hidden. Yeah, because you don't want to give the Jin more cards. That makes complete sense. But yeah, so you play Karthus, and you bring back your Dignitary and your Watchful Sentry, and then you put them to either Aspirants or the others, and then, or you just put them to base for like a Reconquer. Or yeah, I guess, I mean, that's not terrible. Getting the Rift Herald to offer like the potential to break through that battlefield with like a mirror image or anything is good. Quite honestly, you're in a comfortable enough position that you can just peel back and play draw. You peel back, you play draw, and then also you like curtain call. Because we are at 2, 4, 6, 8, so 8. Yeah, so we're at 9 runes. We're at 9 runes. We can play both modes of curtain call. Or we can play 2 modes of curtain call, and technically we could play 3 modes of curtain call. But we're gonna consult the past first to draw. This counts, as does downstage dramatics. And then so we see Rocket Barrage. Rocket Barrage repeated would work. It tells your opponent to have something. Singularity unfortunately can't be cast at this time, but is an option. I think this is 3 modes of curtain call, kill the real one, force him to have to move a unit up, and then overcommit on both battlefields.
It certainly is. Having a time warp helps with that as well. But there is a curtain call in hand, so it has a little bit of that.
And the reason you do this is that you you accelerate your lead. Yeah, so we're playing 3 modes. We're doing 2 to unit at a battlefield, -4, and then draw 1.
So I will not banish it. I'll do -4 and 2 damage and draw a card.
Really importantly, there is a may in Jin. Text says you may banish it.
Yeah, yeah, and the key thing is that you don't have to trigger it. If you don't have a big play, it's honestly better to reserve it. It's better to reserve it because you want to be keeping it for like multi-opportunity plays. You are allowed to decline it and just reserve all the excess energy, which is smart. I will say I am guilty of just straight up.
It should be correct because when the mixologist death knell. Oh wait, that's if we're in a showdown. Right? No, it's
Yeah, so that death is correct. That should have been played there. You hold 2. But that should have been declared. I mean, they should have allowed all game actions to occur. Part of the issue there is you're supposed to let all game actions occur if you're going to do that. But yes, that is correct.
I don't want to be caught with my pants down.
yeah, and as you said, so much
Yeah.
about timing as well. So Rift
So that's correct.
And they pick
yeah, you can put a unit.
Play the Vi. I reveal Vi.
I did see a baited hook.
you get to the bottom of your deck. We've done something wrong.
Yeah. And then.
Yep.
So now we're in a situation where we technically can unchecked power. Unchecked power guarantees units in base, but we are getting rid of these big units, right? Units that can't be revived as easily. If they play a Riptide Rex, then yeah, but yeah, you know, we're doing Karthus.
And there's something actually to say.
Yeah, we should be playing Karthus here and telling your opponent you better have the out. But if we're not, then yeah, we're just doing Ruined. I mean, that also works. So bringing the Rift Herald non-copy back. You always have to be careful of unchecked. And this is where it gets really difficult because
Yeah, all aboard the hold down the battle.
we need that sprite burst. That's like the biggest issue is we need a sprite burst. Yeah, so the Karthus occurs, and so now we're offering death to all of your units, and the issue is you can't stall, because if you stall, your opponent just makes a copy of Ruined Rex next turn, and then you like lose the game. So we need to kill Karthus.
That's the downside of being a Jin player is your opponent thinks everything's funny about 4-2. You get for the rest of the game everybody's gonna joke about 4. Oh, that's
11 versus theoretically potentially.
So you have a total of potential 15 energy available to you.
but that's not a multiple of 4.
We at this point the board state is untenable where you genuinely need to kill the Karthus. You need to kill the Karthus. You don't want to repeat it because you want to recycle, and then you play unchecked power.
Now the question is, does
You can double in, but I think genuinely it's supposed to be Rocket Barrage into unchecked power, clear the board, tell him, hey, you're gonna get 1 unit, but I can handle it later. But you need the Riptide off the field. You need the Karthus off the field first, and then you need Riptide. So you can do Singularity. Singularity is also very good.
This is why the early game is so disastrous for LeBlanc.
Yeah.
We said she needs to kind of get that head start, but Jin with the
I think if you singularity, you have to singularity Karthus as well. I think it has to be the Rift Herald and the Karthus because the Carthus otherwise is going to double.
If you Singularity, you go down to 9 effective runes, and then you allow them to play a unit in base.
Double check.
Just to get rid of it. And then he can then play a Bay unit in base in the next turn, but it'll be readied. Yeah, you have to hit the Karthus.
Pay
You keep the gold
The reason is you'll get
because you are anticipating the recycle.
I'll say Stupefy on this.
Okay, you can resolve the Stupefy, you can
Resolve the Stupefy, draw 1, and
then you hit.
Yep.
Those will die.
it's happening.
then I will.
Yeah, so now 4 will occur.
I have the effect on stack.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Death knell.
I think that does that go first, or do I do this first? Because I think they die, then I do the Jin. So I don't think it's.
Yeah, so Jin, the order here is Jin will go pending. Rift Herald will go pending. Rift Herald will yeah, so Jin will go pending, then Rift Herald will go pending. Rift Herald resolves first because it was added on last, and then Jin will go on.
So I will play Vi,
And then I will float 1 blue energy, blue power, and then float the blue power, and then channel the energy. So I have 1 blue power floating.
Yeah. So you have 1 blue power floating. You can do a lot with this. You could do like
Float in reaction to this.
double rocket barrage. You could do
Power.
I drew for Stupefy, but not
And then
oh, double unchecked. Yeah, I mean you could just unchecked here. You could just unchecked here.
with an extra floating power.
You are able to unchecked here into.
Oh, 2 unchecked power. Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Wait, that's so weird. What? Oh, because he spent it for Stupefy.
Give the other option.
So
Rocket barrage.
he can unchecked power here. He can't play a unit, but the Riptide only gives 1 death knell.
Does he get enough value?
I think we just
Yeah, it's always unchecked here. You have to.
power and clear out those battlefields and say, if you've got more, give me more.
1 of the power, and then just recycle 1, and then these tap out.
And that is the other.
Yeah, so everything dies. Jin.
Yeah.
And oh, the LeBlanc only has 1 card available. So let's see. So target the Jin. I mean, it doesn't matter which one. They're all vanilla bodies. We get a ton. We get like less value than we want, but we slow down the game, and we tell our opponent that if you don't have enough units, you die.
Sure, this is not the most valuable unchecked power, but with the information that they cannot rebuild, they have no cards in hand.
The other information is with the singularity, you kind of make
Yeah,
sure you-
double mirror image and dignitary. I mean, we could make double mirror image. Double mirror image in the late game, if you can preserve it, is super good.
I believe
Especially in a deck that doesn't like holding, like Jin. But
It's not that
this is super risky.
but going from having double Rift Herald and Karthus in play to now having your building units is not where you want to be.
I'm enjoying every moment of what's happening right now, but I do have to be critical. Sure. Are we seeing what we saw with the Pike, where we see a lot of fireworks, we see a lot of
Yeah.
flips,
Remember, I'm a
And the
man.
casters are correct. Like, there are.
really entranced by that.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
On the bottom line, I don't feel all that bad in the as the LeBlanc currently.
Okay,
And
that's
the
fair.
Jin is it to me. There's a lot of resources still in hand.
Yes, yeah.
We need to see him capitalize. This might be the last leg that LeBlanc is standing on.
Yeah. Now, Super Monte gonna go back to conquer both battlefields. We know there's another unchecked power. Now the question is, where's the value? Like, where is the value? Is it a case of I just need to keep wiping my opponent's board, like keep it down, or is it that okay, no, I need to get better units with this unchecked power than a couple of 3-9 units here and there?
Because we are reloading once again.
Yeah,
Right, we just had our big musical play right in front of
encore.
us. the big encore, and now we are in
Yes, it's actually
repetitions again.
yeah. Now we're in that situation where we went through the motions. Feels like unchecked power is overkill.
Fuck. How the fuck did my microphone get this low? What the fuck? Okay. I don't know how I got that low. Have I just been yapping into the But yeah, you need to get into Okay, I've been yapping about Jin this whole time. Anyway. But yeah, so currently we're in a little bit of predicament. You need to be able to clear that backline. You need to be able to clear the backline and tell your opponent let's see, 2 and 1. Rocket Barrage won't do. It's the draw. I think genuinely you walk up, you conquer. That's 4 to 3. You lose to Hidden Blade, but that's fine. Because getting draw power is even more important. Okay. The line here, in my opinion, would be to do double Rocket Barrage into Deadly Flourish. Don't give the Vi a chance to go in. You set up for your Jin turn next turn, and then they're forced to have an out, right? They're forced to have unchecked. They're forced to have Mirror Image. They're forced to have something to answer, and even then, at best, they trade with you. Obviously, you lose to top deck, but that's not something you can worry about right now. You can also time warp here. That's really bad, though. That's a super bad play. So Deadly Flourish first. Let's hit the LeBlanc. We'll get 1 draw, but we get a golden return. We had to set up for a time warp play, and then yeah. So this should just be a Riptide. Ooh, a Riptide also works really well. Yeah, that also works really well. Technically, you're not leaving anything to chance with it, but you're still leaving chance with like units on the board. Like for instance, you lose to Mirror Image right now, but oh, you're saying okay, have the out, waste a Mirror Image, send in 2, and yeah, okay. So he's recognized that it is now time for him to actively have units and set up for his end game. Yeah. So we have 3 Vi's in hand. That's crazy. The draws are crazy, honestly. But yeah, so move in. You have to decide. If you do this play, you can still make a copy of Vi. You would just sacrifice one of your Vi's for a temporary Vi, but that would get you to 7. You do lose to another unchecked power. There's no way around it, right? You straight lose to unchecked power, and then tell your opponent, all right, I hope you develop. So this is a very critical moment for the LeBlanc. Let's see how they end up playing. I would not be surprised if they end up just throwing here, but I mean, it's because like this is not a matchup that anyone preps for. Like, no amount of shenanigans will save you from unchecked power. Ooh, what are we doing? So what? Are you gonna make a copy of Riptide? You have to do this so carefully. You walk in. Okay, so you'll play another Vi. And that's good. Yeah. So they don't die. You'll conquer to 6. You discard, not sacrifice. I think you discard the 3rd Vi. Or you're discarding Soaring? Really? Interesting. Oh no, he doesn't know. Okay, to be fair, this is a hard line to see because the only way you know about this line is if you know that Jin will main deck 2 to uncheck powers. It literally is only known if you know that Jin's will main 2 uncheck powers. I main 2 uncheck powers. It like loses to almost nothing. It feels really bad, but if you're running 2 uncheck power and like 3 sprite bursts, it's super good. He's gotten really lucky technically by just having uncheck power. So do 1 to sacrifice to get the draw, which is correct. You're always supposed to do that. So sacrifice will resolve first. Channel 1, draw 2.
Yeah, I have no interrupt.
So sacrifice is gonna resolve.
And we do see a 1,000-tailed Watcher. But the issue is that you're at odds, right? So if the Jin has something, I mean, look at your hand. You don't banish it. You decline it. You always decline it so that you can set up for your next one. But yeah, you have to mirror image into like accelerate 1,000-tailed. Go to 6, and then yeah, I mean you just lose to you also just lose to a time warp combo. And this is where it gets really dicey for Jin. Because it comes down to what your next like draw is. Next 2 draws. Yeah, so we can definitely afford time warp here.
You have to think, I'm seeing a lot of blue, I'm seeing big spells, surely it's there.
You have to be so careful with the mirror image here. Mirror image guarantees a trade, and then you could in theory play. Oh no, are we just raw casting? We can't raw cast. We have to do Riptide into okay. Yeah, this is correct. This is correct. You have to mirror image this to send it in because that you will lose otherwise. Yeah. And so that'll walk in and that'll score and you'll prevent him from going up. But I mean, there's not much you can do. You do have the ability to send a ready copy of Ruin Directs over. And then yeah, so you have to play a unit, and then from there, like you lose to a sacrifice, and there's not much you can do. Yeah, you lose to a sacrifice, but that's fine because as long as you can kill the solo Riptide, you win, right? You have to do a 4-cost kill. A curtain call would be really good here. Double Frigid Touch also works really well here.
So, is there enough to go
this is double Frigid Touch. Yeah, you lose the sacrifice, but that's fine. This is double Frigid Touch into double Frigid Touch into the Conquer. You never run it into the Watchful Sentry line because you also just need to see it. So you have to do double Frigid Touch, recycle 4 blue in reaction.
Frigid touch on this twice.
And then you do the banish. Yeah.
I will trigger Jin, and I will float 4 blue power.
Yeah, you 4 blue, and then channel 4.
This is the mana the minus, and then trigger the 4 energy and draw.
Okay, so what do we have? That is a Falling Star.
Now it's all about getting onto the battlefield.
Yeah, as a reminder, that reflection is -4 as well. Thank you very much to
I mean, the line here is complicated, but not really, because you just need 1 unit, right? You're telling your opponent, this conquers, what do you assign Death Knell to? If you have Sacrifice, you have Sacrifice. There's nothing you can do. Okay. So yeah, Noxus Hopeful dies here. And then that goes there. Conquer to 8 and Time Warp. As we expected. I mean, LeBlanc doesn't know.
Okay,
I don't win. I just go to 8.
I know, but you have time.
Yeah, I have time.
Yeah. So he knows. He knew the out was gone.
When I reveal a Time Warp from hand, Super Monty knowing that the Time Warp was there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Especially because when you have that play and that's the only out and he hasn't conceded, you know the Time Warp's in hand.
So I've got to be honest, that was like getting right into that. You can see Super Monty could see the pace of the game and how it was going. Very funny.
But yeah, that play there ends up being... I mean, this is arguably one of those things where Jin is not super favored, but Jin is favored into the LeBlanc and Aurora matchups. Because Jin doesn't care about his units. All he cares about are like the little guys. It's very reminiscent of Kaisa in set 1, where you just spam the ever-living hell out of spells and just win in. You only care about those minimal units to get onto a board and Time Warp. I see the Minotaur and the Ferris for higher end. We don't need those in this matchup. And Safety Inspector isn't needed either in that sideboard. Instead, you do the Ash to look. Yeah, you do the Ash to look for it because Jin doesn't want to hold, and then you swap to LeBlanc everywhere at once. I would genuinely get rid of like Death Grip and Mirror Image because they don't matter. And I guess Death Grip is something that you can do to like win, to like trigger. But yeah, Orb of Regret doesn't matter because you're never reaching high enough. Did you bring in? What do you bring in? So we're getting rid of the orbs. You keep the Stupefy, you keep the Unchecked. Or I guess you could get rid of the Unchecked, but that just requires them to be like playing really bad.
We haven't actually shown the player's deck list, the sideboard on stream. There is a card I want to talk about if it comes in. I will not mention it now. I think for the benefit of players in a closed
for the
environment,
integrity. Yeah.
I think I will not actually talk about a card until we see it. But you have to imagine direct damage comes in. Anything else that can keep track of the units, like hold anyway of LeBlanc, an open board, you'd imagine would be good. I can't believe it.
They're still going for their options as we're sideboarding, because I mean you really have to be in the moment at this point and think on your feet, and that is what the regional qualifiers to me are all about. How do you handle the 4-0 Jin in round 5? and is that just a bump in the road?
Yeah. Meanwhile, this was Super Monty's main deck. So you're saying let's lower the curve a little.
Yeah.
So much of this deck, you want to.
Yeah. So.
I must admit, I've not actually played LeBlanc enough myself.
I mean, there's not much there that is left, right? So Jin is 1, which is really huge. Hidden Blade is still useful for cycling through your hand. It comes down to what exactly, like, you know, Rocket Barrage has the potential to exist. So Baited Hook isn't needed. You rather just play through the tempo. But it comes down to, do you think Baited Hook is needed or do you think Karthus is needed? If you think Karthus is needed, you're playing with the hands you're dealt with, which can get very bricky very quickly. For instance, staring at your hand with 3 Vi's is not what you want to see when you're up against a Spellslinger.
For me, the battlefields are still pretty fortunate. You still have the heat to start ganking over, so you can make use of your reflection.
So going first, it should be Windswept Hillock.
Make sure that, well, at least we'll be playing for 8 points in game number 2.
Yeah, that is a good point. Those are 2 adjustments if we do see, Windswept Hillock. We will get Jib's battlefield update as well. Frozen Fortress, this changes the pace of the game quite drastically. Having the ganking ability with the tokens plus only going to 8 is huge.
Which they'll need.
Yeah.
Because tick-tock, there's only 27 minutes left on the clock. This can still be a draw, despite... we're supposed to be unbiased. I'm rooting for this Jin actively. I can't even hide it.
We are unbiased. I will say, bringing something else that we don't often see to the field, and that is a frozen fortress, which is the battlefield that deals 1 damage to all the units that are there at the beginning of each turn. It is not just the active player, like
Okay.
the battlefield it is, or the person who's playing it.
Frozen. Oh wow. Yeah, Frozen Fortress basically tells your opponent that I'm clearing that shit. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, you make a copy. That's fine. You discard and then yeah, I mean that just ganks over. You scored a 2. I mean, you have baited hook in hand. You have baited hook in hand, you have glass mixologist, you just develop baited hook, and if your opponent has rocket barrage in hand, he has rocket barrage in hand. Like, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, so that dies, rune gets channeled. Oh my god, what are the odds of this? He's consistently hit 5 yellow runes. Is he running like an 8-4 split? That's the crazy part. Yeah, you have to control this. You're willing to give 2 runes over because you have to. Oh my god, all yellow again. This is some crazy luck, or his rune split is absolutely demolished. So you have to play LeBlanc everywhere at once. You have to play in anticipating LeBlanc everywhere at once. You lose if you play anything. You have to pass, and you have to tell him, hey, conquer the other battlefield. Get the fuck off my lawn. Now, we are on point lead, right? He could be doing something so funny right now where he just plays Thousand Tailed Watcher. Obviously, that's not a good play. But you have to think about your next 2 turns, right? We see the baited hook, we see the Glass Mixologist. You are genuinely just better off running in saying, do you have something? If you do, you just play Vi and you keep your win. I mean, the deck here has been super good so far. You still get your 4 proc, that's fine. But yeah, you unfortunately, yeah. So the Vi goes through. There's nothing you can do about that.
I'm just gonna make an observation that Consult the Past and Frigid Touch, when you're looking at them sideways or upside down, are actually surprisingly similar artwork. The whites.
Yeah, you stupefy to draw because stupefy doesn't do anything for you. You need a unit.
Yeah, that's my excuse for.
It sucks because you genuinely would like to play Jin. But it is what it is. You just have to play a 2-drop next turn, and then yeah. So discard Hidden Blade, make a copy. This is huge early game. I mean, there's not much, right? The only way your early game can match against the LeBlanc is if you can manage to take hold of it with like Blighted Battle Axe, like Ferris Forerunner. And I mean, so part of that is in the LeBlanc matchup, you're telling your opponent that if you side in the Ferris Forerunner, that they can just mirror image it. But if you're anticipating that they're not mirror imaging like they're siding it out, oh, we're unchecked. We're just straight unchecking. That's really funny.
Saying, okay, the economy doesn't matter if I'm out of the game, so I have to just.
Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it's an emergency reset button because it now requires Supermonte to have an accelerate, right? Supermonte unfortunately does have an accelerate. We saw his hand, but like the out is still very expensive. It's Thousand Tailed Watcher will run in, which means Supermonte loses to a singular curtain call. But if I'm Supermonte, I accelerate Thousand Tailed Watcher and then I baited hook. And then we will discard the Yeah, so we'll go in, we'll make a copy, discard the Watchful, I think, every time, because you can recur it with the Glass Mixologist. And then, again, we're just in a very unique scenario where, because the baited hook exists, we can now just... Yeah, I mean, this is the expected going first scenario. Guaranteed. And then, so yeah, we baited hook the copy to now to now pull into what he hopes to be a Harness Dragon. Interesting. So it is a LeBlanc. We might have sighted out the Harness Dragons, honestly. But because he put the one of LeBlanc in the main board. Yeah.
To be fair, that only applies.
So the LeBlanc presents an option. Oh well, well I say that two modes of current call, or 3 modes. You do 3 modes of current call. No, you just 2. You do 2 modes of current call. 2 modes of current call. Hit that and maybe draw 1. But yeah, he's just doing 2 because he's nuked his runes. Walk up, kill Watcher. Yeah, -4 might is correct here. We are required to resolve everything. -4. I don't like that the dice section for this event is like so limited, because we have in China very clearly printed dice that are representing like minus might versus damage and everything, but we're just using damage for it. I don't know. It could be that the judges aren't aware of which dice are what, or they just don't care. Like the players are probably just like a lot less caring. But we do clear out the board, and so now your best bet is to play with cards in hand that we can see. We have Glass Mixologist, we have Ruined Rex, we have Karthus, and yeah. So we have a lot to come back from. We have Time Warp in hand, but yeah, so this has to be Ruined Rex. No. It's Karthus into Glass Mixologist and just set up for a Conqueror. You don't lose next turn. You're in the lead. You can afford to slow down. That's the biggest thing, is that you don't need to try to win on this turn or this next turn, because or you just need to try to win when your opponent is just weakest. Now, granted, he's about to be at his strongest next, so you have to be able to shelter or weather any storm that he hits. But yeah, he is going to go for the Death Knell play. It looks like maybe he's trying to hit... What is he trying to hit? Ooh, the Ash would be super good here. But he is... If you do the Ash, because you can guarantee that he's not going to conquer next turn, or not going to hold. Oh, actually no. I'm dumb. I'm dumb as bricks. He is holding next turn. Sorry, I thought it was on the. I'm dumb as bricks. So we pinged the Ruined Rex, and then we're dealing 4 damage from the Death Knell. We remember the Death Knell, right? Okay, yeah, we do. Yeah, so we kill the Jhin. Honestly, the Ash play is safer because we kill the Jhin. We check for hand. If the Time Warp is gone, that's just one extra thing he can't deal with. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you genuinely Deadly Flourish here. You Deadly Flourish, trigger, draw, and then see what else you have available to you, and then you just Deadly Flourish again, and then play a unit. Because we have 8 available to us, so we Deadly Flourish into draw 1, recycle in anticipation, 1 floating blue, and then there we go for that draw. What do we have? Rocket Barrage. Ooh, wait, that's so good actually, because you Rocket Barrage the baited hook. Yeah, you Rocket Barrage the baited hook every day. Okay. Yeah, and then you have both modalities.
baited hook as well. I feel like Jibs.
We recycled 2 for that. That's fine. I mean, we have floating blue power for no reason, but I mean, it just goes away. Just it doesn't hurt either way. You're like getting less efficiency from the floating, but you'd rather channel the 2 runes basically.
Just has to establish one battlefield and then kind of next turn.
And what do we have? Oh, he has the combo. He has a full combo. It doesn't matter what happens now. He has mirror image in hand, so it's literally just play a low cost unit, play mirror image, walk up to battlefield, discard, make a copy, conquer. So the game is now effectively over. Jibs doesn't know that, but we know that because we can see his hand.
With a lot of the direct damage from Jin.
Unfortunately, with 1 energy, there's not much you can do. We're gonna play the Glass Mixologist just in case.
That showdown to even begin for Super Monte on the next turn.
We don't need to. We don't need to be doing this.
For to reset
Yeah.
the power.
Exactly a 3-card combo.
A mixologist.
GG.
Yeah, and Jibs recognizes that.
Okay. There.
Wisdom Tillich is so hard to deal with as Jin. Genuinely, you would rather it be in like an Aspirants game for that, but you have no guarantee of that. And Aspirants does net you like the most win percentage.
Looking ahead right now, the entire tone of the match has changed because we have seen that LeBlanc is capable of going through it. We have, I believe, around 10 minutes,
Yes.
give or take, left to be finishing a first round. We will then most likely go into overtime. And
LeBlanc's
no
most
for a
likely
fact,
coming out of the gate swinging, right?
she's looking, but that was heavily dependent on being able to access the ganking
Yeah.
from the hillock. I'm not sure if they'll go through that again. A curtain call is going to be a card that you will have to mulligan so aggressively for, because we saw the damage it did, how it gunked up the gears
Yeah.
for the LeBlanc. Anything they can do to stay ahead.
But this is the point where how do you look at sideboarding now? Do you, if you've for LeBlanc, surely you have to keep the curve low, right? Like just like game 2, you're like, I have to just like get a handful of units and an
You
ability
need that first conquer.
to just get out on the board. For Jin's
Okay.
side of things,
So if I'm Jin, my going first.
Jibs that I took
You don't have a good going first because you just need time to hit 4.
time out, they have to go back in now, right? We didn't see any sprites so much in that exchange. So maybe
You
they
saw
wanted
Star
to
Spring.
try and fight early on, but then you're hurting the direct.
I wonder if it's Aspirants.
Moment where
I wonder if it's Aspirants that's coming out from the LeBlanc, in which case you're happy.
exactly the most
So you have Frozen Fortress.
every single day. I mean,
We saw Aspirants. I suspect the next one would be either Sigil of the Storm or like Vilemaw.
Jibs knows the sideboarding plan just that tiny bit better, you would imagine, for game 3.
Because Vilemaw keeps them in place. With 2? Oh, it's Void Gate. Interesting.
Jibs is winning out.
I mean, to be fair, that kills EXP Yi like unstoppable at level 6.
Why you need 2 casters.
That kills anything that could potentially pump to 13. And it's really hard to pump to 13 as a reaction. The only one is the Irelia.
Voidgate's gonna
So Void Gate's not bad.
Exactly. You were talking about direct damage.
Yep.
This is the way we're going. And
Oh, and it boosts your current call. So yeah, this is honestly probably the better one. This matchup is super favored. As it is right now. Yeah, I mean you just pass. You pass for extra card draw. And then now you have advantage. I mean you just Deadly Flourish here. Yeah, this is Deadly Flourish pass. Eat shit. Oh, I love this matchup. It's so funny. And then just pass. You never deramp.
And I do respect this. The players are keeping pace. They are looking to play out the entirety of the match. This is what sportsmanship looks like.
Yeah, 12 minutes in the round. The argument is, of course, you only need to be up like 2 points in order to win, but you at least need to give yourself the time that when it comes to
Yeah, the issue is he has no units.
yourself in the best situation
Oh, but he could do, with the golden hand, he can do 2 modes of curtain call. He can do 2 modes of curtain call, draw, and then channel, and then play Ferris Forerunner and pass. Ah, that's less fun. He can still play Rocket Barrage and then
playing out the table.
play Noxus. It doesn't change a thing.
Rift Herald
You play Rocket Barrage, kill the baited hook,
Immediately.
and then play a Noxus Hopeful Pass.
That's huge.
And we are on record pace for the first 4 proc. This is, I mean, it's not in the bad for Super Monte because effectively he's done nothing. Like, he's done nothing wrong.
Okay, Jibs actually declines to play the Jin. Doesn't want to.
Yeah, you can't afford to D-ramp right here because you're at really awkward. You want to be able to play Singularity in like a 2-drop or something. So let's see what units are out. I see a Dignitary and I see a...
How do I keep things alive?
And
Interesting.
Take in mind as well, when you are playing the Jin in the early game, it was all about ramping up and getting to those higher rune totals by getting.
What are you thinking about, LeBlanc? You play the Dignitary, and then what? You play Karthus to get value? No, we're just playing Rune, Rex. Yeah, sure. Fair enough. Yeah, so, I mean, if you just keep getting your stuff blown out, like, there's not much you can do.
Singularity for one unit is never feels good. Never feels optimal. Sometimes it is the right thing. Rarely.
Right here, it's Singularity.
So you do also
Right here, it's Singularity, or it's, unironically, 2 modes of Curtain Call.
The time warp is already secured.
It's 2 modes of Curtain Call, and just tell your opponent, I hate you. Yeah, so score.
What is the interaction in overtime with time warp? Does that take one of the turns away from your opponent?
it does.
And
I will have judges make sure that
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's either Singularity for 1 or
there are only 3 turns of overtime.
yeah, you do Singularity. You do Singularity and then just D-ramp 3, honestly. Or no, you do Curtain Call. You do Curtain Call for 4.
You know what? I read Curtain.
Paying cost is good. He's drawing a card, seeing what other options he has. If he has to D-ramp, he will D-ramp.
the flexibility is undeniable. However, it is
Yeah, you just do the same thing.
we don't have the luxury.
So, yeah, double Curtain Call is the correct play here. The Rocket Barrage is tempting, but you need it into anticipation for Beta Hook. The Noxus Hopeful does die, but you take that to ramp 4, and then you can just play... Oh yeah, you can just play 2 units, so play that, play Poro, and then you recycle to play Jin, and you are in a commanding lead. The Vision, ideally you want to see a big spell. I can't see what it is in hand. Is that a Curtain Call? It's so hard to tell. Given the fact that he's likely recycling it,
It's kind of hard to get
it's probably not a good thing. Like he needs it for a unit.
whatever you're playing will be most likely met with a singularity.
Yeah. And what sucks here is that Super Monte's had to D-ramp this whole time. Like, it's really bad.
Opted to recycle it.
Okay. So, play the Vi.
Units are costing
And pass. Alright.
Unit and pass.
In singularity range.
Oh, man. This is tough. I don't even know what I do in this situation as a LeBlanc. As a Jin player, I'm fucking gleaming. Oh my god, you know what we can do? We can Rocket Barrage and say, at this point, you don't have units. We can Rocket Barrage and Frigid Touch to deny the sack.
Get to late game is having a way more restrictive early game, choking out the LeBlanc out of this.
Or we can Frigid Touch and tell him to sack right now, and we don't even D-ramp.
Genuinely thought after game 2, I was like, Super Monte.
Which is a very funny line.
Ow.
Oh, we have Time Warp. Okay.
Just says, yeah, we're doing this the old-fashioned way. I'm jumping to 5.
Interesting.
You can hold your board low enough to tick these points up.
Yeah, that's fine. End turn, holds a 5, channel 2.
The Time Warp to not win the game, but just to make sure that you're keeping your opponent pinned back.
Draw.
The gap that is it's getting
Okay.
and larger.
I'm silly, but I think genuinely the correct play here is Stupefy. Stupefy. Tell him, hey, this could be for draw, but if you sack it, then I just pass. I just pass with runes up, or I just Oh, does that go through? Oh my god, it went through.
This is like the count.
Can I not react to the?
Thinking like a dilapidated mansion.
No, yeah, you can react. Oh no, you can't react. You can't react.
Okay, sure.
No. So the way sacrifice interaction works is it's cost, not a resolution. So you cannot react and reduce the might. It's not like baited hook. It's not like what's it called, death grip and whatnot. It's not like unsung basically.
Sure, if it's dead, I'll pass.
Jibs is really good at feigning madness.
Yeah, I was like,
Where it's like, oh,
So unfortunately, so a lot of the board is gone, but now we can start playing the big units. So the Jhin is nowhere near safe. Absolutely nowhere near safe, sadly.
First, means he still has the rocket barrage in hand, right?
he does.
So if that baited hook comes,
I love Jhin.
rather than going rocket
Jhin
barrage,
is so
he's
goofy.
saying, okay, I'm showing you my game plan.
They have
Once he
seen
kind of
so
knows,
many cards already.
yeah.
I feel like they're
And yeah, if you're Jhin, you are praying to never hit like green. Green ruins curtain call plays and ruins like half of your arsenal.
web crafted.
On 0 points, which is crazy at this point. Like Super Monte, game 2 was so clean. Game 2 was like, yes, getting ahead, getting everything you need, making your way into this game.
It's unironically just a different form of Aurora.
Really,
In terms of like Aurora is, for all intents and purposes, control.
That is kind of the tricky part for LeBlanc, where once you get the ball, just confirm Superman on 0.9, you need to get the ball rolling for LeBlanc. But they never got there. Not a single conquer, not a single hole.
and Jibs even just confirmed that. You heard him as politely as possible say, I just need to check that my track of the game is correct. Which, to be fair,
What do I do here if I'm LeBlanc? You have a number of things. You can develop multiple units.
If you play at Nexus Knights and you're looking to get up to skirmish level, I would suggest using pen and paper. It is required at a competitive level.
Here comes the beta hook.
Yeah.
Okay, so baited hook. What are we searching for? Are we searching for Ruined Rex? Are we searching for Harness Dragon? 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because the hook comes out after.
What do we have in hand? I mean, you can I think it's Ash all the time. Ruined Rex, you don't really care about. It's Ash to get rid of the potential double time warp again.
Here, the reason why the Ash is not all that great, maybe they're not currently holding right now. At least getting the information out there and seeing if we can take out the next domino.
So it is going to be the Ash on play.
Let them fall flat, but they're gonna need a whole lot more.
And yeah, if you're staring at that, you're like, fuck. you don't win anything because he can singularity you. He can combo you with double frigid or just like deadly flourish rocket barrage and just tell you that he really hates you.
And as Jibs alludes to, when you're
Yeah,
playing
I mean, you go for the Ash because like you lose to double frigid or like a time warp, but like there's nothing you can do in this case.
you have to play around what you think is the most likely to take you out of this game. And you heard Super Monte say that's time warp.
Yeah, so there's no time warp, which means it's just singularity. Singularity is the only out.
Mulling your options, you need to safeguard that baited hook. It's like
Yeah.
the only way LeBlanc can be.
Yeah, so the baited hook gets taken, or the baited hook is kept alive for another turn. Rocket barrage is kept up. Is there a third rocket barrage? No, sadly not. But we are killing the Ash, so that, I mean, it's done its job. You literally just walk up to both sides, kill the Ash, and then just pass. You can even unironically tap out if you really wanted to. There's no reason to.
It's absolutely rolling in it.
You just walk up threaten double hold, he better have mirror image in hand or like hidden blade on his turn, and then yeah.
Exactly. Not gonna get that. But Jibs will go up.
Yeah, this it's a deadly flourish into I mean wow, that hand quality is awful. Seeing the heralds early,
And well, for all
yeah,
of those,
and then
now it's
yeah, it's deadly flourish into
Costream,
uh
we are witnessing
deadly flourish into frigid touch unrepeated into Noxus hopeful and pass, and you are good to go.
They might be
have a raised heart rate currently.
cracking packs to try and find copies of Curtain Call if they don't have it already.
With only a minute left, it seems like we're staving off to what can only lead to a standing ovation. from
Yeah,
the-
I mean this matchup is abysmal for LeBlanc. Because your tricks are units and not spells, and also you don't have a counter spell, and so what? Like, someone magically has like tactical retreat to keep them alive from unchecked power. No, who's gonna sideboard that? You want your units to die. Unfortunately, they're dying too quickly. So like you're donezo. It's over.
If Jibs manages to pass it through the next 20 seconds.
So deadly flourish.
And then chain to it.
Yeah, repeated. So,
Doesn't need the repeat.
but he's doing the repeat for 2 because it's singularity, and he wants to see something else, and then he just plays Noxus hopeful. Tap 2 for Noxus hopeful. Play it to like, to play it to base, and then
I will say when we're on the featured
yeah,
match,
you just play it to base. Keep it safe, and then you just pass, and then tell your opponent you got anything. Nope, and that's gonna be GG. And you are pissed because your friends are never gonna let it down that you lost to Jin.
on Jin and does get a round of applause. Jin, that was
We love Jin here. Jin is so good into very specific matchups. Unfortunately, like you unironically love Diana. You love Jin, or you love to fight Diana, Aurora, and LeBlanc. You hate to see an Aurelia, and Vex is whatever because you just uncheck power them.
It could never
But yeah, no, it's awful to fight an Aurelia.
The Jin doubters have to give it another think in all future tier lists.
And I mean, I would say Super Monty played this out as carefully and as well as possible, picking up game 2, looking really strong doing it. Like, again, you're in the disadvantageous seat where you're like, I don't know this
Grasping
matchup
at
as well.
straws, you don't know what you're facing, even though he rolled out the time
Really, really strong second game up. And then the third game just unable to keep a board state, unable to maintain units because of just how quickly they were dealt with. We see
Okay,
even
I'm gonna
the
step away.
they
Jeez,
didn't
restroom.
rise in the second game, ending up getting wiped out. But just such a different game than what we've seen for a lot of Unleashed.
And this is what regional qualifiers are all about. Showing that you have what it takes to make a deep run throughout. To show to the world, look what I can do on my legend. Because I'll be very honest with you, except for maybe a very aggressive aggro list, that looked like it had answers for practically everything.
Yeah, it really did. That series made me happy. I saw so much from Riftbound.
I have goosebumps. I'm gonna be very real with you. It's
Like, again, getting to, I know it sounds, I obviously want to focus on the Jin, but like, I love watching LeBlanc baited hook. I would love to see it more. And you know what I would love to do is send it over to an interview with Barrett and Jibs.
Thank you so much for that incredible cast of an incredible deck and an incredible pilot. Jibs from Rift Lab, how do you feel one win away with a legend that I think everyone was not keeping an eye on? You're one win away from making day 2 with a legend that nobody's playing. How does that feel?
Yeah, unbelievable. I don't know what to really say. Yeah, it's a fun legend, right? It's different. It's got a lot of combos. You really need to think ahead. There was a number of times where, for example, in my game, I didn't utilize the Jin legend. It's little things like this that you can really abuse. So I really enjoy the deck. Yeah, it's not the best, right? It's not the best, but it's super fun, and I gave myself a challenge. I wanted to do as best I could with Jin. It's one of my favorite ADCs in League of Legends. And yeah, really happy with my performance.
Well, and I kind of want to ask you too, because I actually also have Jin built because I just think the deck is so fun, and I think a lot of people want to say the argument that it's like, oh, well, it's just like a sideways Kaisa deck with a legend that's not as good. But like I play the Hextech Anomaly version and the Echoes and doing all the fun like extra energy and power floating. But we saw even like there for you, right? Like the point of the legend is like it's not even that it's fun, but when you have those huge explosive turns where you are banking, you already have your 3 bullets loaded in, and you're like, okay, well, if I pay 4 here, we can see the turns like you won in that other game where you spin the 4, make a removal onto a battlefield, get up to it, play a time warp because you have all these extra tools available, and that's just actually not possible in these other legends. So I've got to ask you, how many calm decks have you played against, though? Because I can tell you that I struggle every time I play against Defy, so how's the run so far as a whole?
I wouldn't lie to you guys at home if I didn't say I've dodged Aurelia like a boss. Yeah, Aurelia is like the worst matchup in the world. I may as well like almost scoop, right? They have all the pump spells. The Defy working on 4 energy is like super rough. But I did play against an Azir player, so I have gone through 1 so far. But yeah, there's plenty more games to go. It is a rough matchup. Any green deck or even purple with the hard bargain or abandon, I always have to play around if they have 2 energy. So yeah, but you're correct. The combo is effectively you're playing with 16 energy, and you have seen some decks with the Hextech Anomaly where they can really abuse the amount of energy you have. And it's great, but I feel like it's a win more card.
For sure.
Whereas I've gone for something a little bit more consistent and a few extra spicy cards. I don't know if you guys saw a Riptide Rex in my hand.
Yeah, oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, and that is helpful in specific matchups like this, where I know their might is around 6 or 7. I'm not doing it. Where you could play a Stupefy and finish something off and still have a body on the board. So there's certain things in my deck that I like to surprise my opponent with. But yeah, it's not easy. And as you said earlier with the Kai'Sa similarities, it is very similar to Kai'Sa, but you don't really have that early to mid-range package. You are an effective removal deck.
Yeah.
And from what you saw in Game 3, I didn't even have a 2-drop. But I still managed to take it home.
And those Plundering Poros are so important.
So good,
like,
yeah.
Because you need that gold to help
Yes.
even get your runes higher count so you can play more 4-cost spells, of course.
Correct, yeah.
And I think the biggest thing, and the last thing I want to end on, the power of unchecked power is really showcased, and you did a phenomenal job with that because I think a lot of people are, of course, talking about it. But Jim, congratulations once again.
You
are
so much,
one win away from day 2 here with Jin. But that was some great dramatics. We're going to send it back.
Thank you, Barrett, and shout out to the Rift Labs crew, which Jibs is a part of in the UK scene, keeping everything Riftbound going forward. That was such a fun game. That was such a fun series, fun interview. This is fun.
Honestly, it's gonna be very hard for round 6 to top what we just.
Nah, don't say that. We can always
a high bar. Now, this is a match that maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but to me, this is a match that will go down the books.
I hope so. I hope you enjoyed it at home. We are gonna stay in round 5 for a little moment longer because we do have some matches still being played out in the hall, which means soon we will jump right into our second featured matchup, which I've heard is Fiora and Ornn. So if you didn't have enough spice already, get ready for a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. This round, we heard you. Master Yi is going to be on pause for a little bit as we look at other decks. We are going right into Game 2 of our second featured matchup. So we will take stock really quickly. It is a Fiora list that, we've seen Fioras running lots of different things. I've seen Aurora Fiora. This one, I'm gonna assume is not so Aurora focused. Up against an Ornn, which we've seen aggro Ornn a little bit talked about. I don't know whether this exact list will be the aggro variant.
So, from taking stock real quick, Lonely Porous coming through, some Death Knell effects, normal cards coming through. This doesn't scream aggro to me at all. With the Shard of Isis coming in as well to buff up the units throughout.
But just the top one is not there and the other ones are there.
10, yeah. So I have 3 yellows, 6.
We are floating a lot of runes. I think just catch a look at Divine Judgment, which is what is about to hit.
Talking about blast from the past, huh?
You know what works really well against Ornn's Deflect? Saying, well, I don't have to target you. Now, of course, with Divine Judgment, you don't get to pick what you take out, so you'd assume Ornn will still survive. But lots of things are going to get wiped out from the board now.
Taking on that.
We were talking about emergency breaks.
Okay, one more, right?
Yeah.
7.
I'm getting some mild.
Okay.
Just to have a manageable situation out of hand.
I misspoke. It is actually Aurora Fury. Like you can see in hand that Aurora is there. So apologies. A list I actually wanted to build, but didn't end up building. So it's certainly one of the differences in play.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah, then this is.
I know that the information isn't available right now, but I do wonder, is this one of those Fiora lists that can actually swap out the package in a similar way that Banehood Fiora was a list to kind of catch opponents off guard, maybe in game 2 when they're siding out all of their gear. Hey, we're gonna have to latch on a little bit because I feel like there's a lot of non
I have to.
Elder Dragons on the field for an Aurora list.
yeah. But the Rift Heralds do kind of help you get there. That's the other thing, allowing you to cheat out a unit real quick.
Sure. Recycling everything or?
Yeah, recycling. Oh, you don't get to trigger the death.
That makes sense. Do you want to?
As you heard Frozen say, you don't get the... It doesn't kill, so you don't get the death knell triggered. You're actually recycling rather than destroying or killing.
So this is at 5, right?
Nice.
Challenge, Rift Herald, and that paper flag Rift.
All that. Yeah. Okay. That works.
So that comes with a hefty little price tag. Get rid of it. It gets the job done, and now look what is left. The Empire of War is reduced to rubble.
And just one lonely borrow.
Attack in.
It's big old Rift Herald. And you get to refill the hand before Frozen. Although, this is one of the only things with Aurora Fiora. It's a little bit more resilient to having your units in hand than Sivir or Misfortune. Sivir and Misfortune, that's your night, is like drawing multiple big units. Fiora's like, Rift Herald won't kill that. Even if I have to sacrifice Rift Herald, that's fine.
I've been wordsmith right there, right? Aurora.
But I like saying Fiora Aurora.
Yeah,
It's like the hardest thing to sound.
I think it works too well. Aurora. It's tough to get over the list. I think yours was better.
It's still hard. Every time I talk to any of the other casters, like I was saying to Lothar during the stream the other day, I was like, Fiora Aurora, I'm gonna play it just because it's hard to say.
I think we should start including it in our vocal warm-ups.
You know what? You're actually not wrong. Genuinely not wrong.
But this
that's
is
how did I?
But this is the uphill battle that they have to climb up to. Now, Ornn is all familiar with reducing mountains to rubble. However, when it's his own, can he dig himself out? That is really the question that you're left with here, because there's plenty of time for Veer to still surpass our Ornn, despite them being inches away from the cards.
Slay with the Time Lord.
Oh, I don't get to see what you shop.
Dark Ice. If you had a Time Warp, that would be thematically appropriate, but we'll see if he ever ends up getting there after the Divine.
Pretty deep. That is pretty deep. I like that.
Sure.
You know what? You didn't react for a moment. I was like, oh, please no.
No, I'm just
you know
appreciative. Just like, wow.
Oh, we already started? What the hell? It's early for me, so I'm brushing my teeth now. And why are there two harder to... Oh my god, it's an Ornn. An Ornn at 4-0.
So many units that you possibly hit it.
That's how resilient this list is. You actually don't care what you're getting from the Aurora. It's fine. But if you get a Rift Herald, you get any other unit in your hand. It's 100% the Aurora list. Before Divine Judgment, we saw Aurora in hand. To get recycled to the bottom. We're still hyped from that Jin game. That's what I'm gonna say. Anything for like the next 20 minutes out of us. It might take us a beat just coming out of that incredible Jin win.
No, because here's the thing, right? For me, in all of the prep up to regional qualifier,
Yeah.
you kind of got locked into archetyping decks. It's like, oh,
Sure, yeah.
Aurora decks look like this.
Yes, and
There's
don't
no way to build Aurora in any other way except that one mind player and 3 Elder Dragons.
Yeah.
Seeing players innovate on Aurora of all things, it kind of caught me off guard.
I've seen here and there for your Aurora.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, double striper.
Just here and there. Again, as an Aurora enjoyer, I keep my.
We have to. This could be the final push. I mean, at least to stop Frozen from double holding. You have to commit. What can you get out of one more draw?
Double Heart of Dark Ice to make one sprite bigger.
I will pass to you.
Because both of these engines
Holding to H.
are running on fumes.
So Frozen holds to 8. Is there a way of proccing the Rift Helm as an Elder
So
Dragon?
interesting choice. We
Yeah.
are sending 6 might in.
Was that just a
It's a conquer to 8. He will hold to 8.
I don't
That will
have
die.
Temporary
And
figure
I
out
mean,
sprite, so isn't able to
there's nothing he can do here, right?
What's that?
This appears to just be a lot. I mean, like, oh,
Does he have
ooh,
to-
interesting.
Like one of the few outs that you have to commit.
So he's setting up
I believe.
It needs
for
both.
Sprite Burst. He's saying, I will send 9 to
Thing is, if you clear this rift
9
and
against
the
you.
comes out from behind it, I'm pretty sure the death knell trigger will still happen while inside the showdown. The Elder Dragon will get played. The damage will come out before the showdown completes. No one will score.
However, Frozen will wake up with an Elder Dragon next turn.
Yes, exactly. At that point, you're
You go there for draw.
if that's the line we end up going down.
You can sack here. You can sacrifice to play it out.
Actually, going to take the opportunity.
To draw 2, channel 1, which is good. Do we have a defy?
While they're at 2 different places now, it's a situation is going to look to get that Elder Dragon.
So 4 floating energy.
trigger and just
We're
say,
going
"Nope,
to
no
play the
more."
elders at base.
But this is a risk, because if there's another unit that comes behind, if there's a way of creating another sprite,
A Sprite Fountain, Sprite
no, of
Burst are both lethal right now.
no, but it's not, because you don't score off Arena's Greatest in this situation.
very right.
The Elder Dragon damage happens again, as I was saying, before scoring, so you haven't scored
Ooh.
on the battlefield at this situation.
Okay.
Burrow,
Only Poro. Elder gets to walk up.
And how are you going to kick off an Elder Dragon? It's a question you have to be asking yourself. And
not a fair challenge.
I am not a therapist, but play does not look comfortable right now.
This lonely
Yeah, no, this line is extremely uncomfortable for all parties involved.
Fair away, right? With the Shadow Eye.
Part of the issue, well, sorry, all parties involved. We're on fucking Aurora slop for Fiora. I mean, technically, it's not bad. It's a little silly.
That'll definitely do it.
But yeah, so we're challenging.
There's an argument
Get the
that
draw.
you wanna hold it just in case.
Is there anything? Do you have anything? This is the question.
2 big units to go over both battlefields.
Channel 2. Do we have Sprite Fountain?
Would hold to win.
Nope,
Not
and
score
it's game.
damage
Yeah.
point. There's the concession.
I mean, we were already super lucky to see 2 Sprite Bursts, so the fact that he ends up in this situation is not surprising.
Frozen will close out the game without casting Aurora.
And so he will close out the game, which is honestly more than I expected. Being smart and not being smart, but like smart of dealing with the.
Very much deserved, and I'm glad it paid off for them.
You got me wanting to play Aurora again. Now I need.
I think
Problem
you went
was-
too soon.
problem
James.
was
I think if you stayed loyal to Aurora a little longer, you might have seen more success.
There were some cards that were missing. I traded for some Rift Heralds and got there. Congratulations to Frozen for piloting the Fiora their way to a win in round 5.
Yeah. I mean, this is okay. We
On that round, what a
Aurora players are adapting, which is funny to hear and say, but they are adapting.
in day 1. You're aiming for 6 wins to get into day 2. You're looking for 6 and 2 spot because you're looking for 18 points. We haven't talked about it too much until now, but 18 points is that threshold for getting into day 2. So a win in the next round, if you are 5 and 0, guarantees you that we'll move on to day 2. If you got 1 loss for now, that's not the end of the world. You can still fight your way back in, but it's going to be a tough rest of the day. Anybody that's X and 2 from here, you cannot afford to lose again.
I mean, winning is one thing. Doing it with the flourishes and style that we saw in round number 5 is going to be a tough act to follow.
It will be.
So, no, we have to wait for round 6. Based off of timing, round 6 should be coming up very soon. Oh, it's an interview. I guess we have to wait. Alright, I'm gonna let the music play, and then... And then we'll just leave that going while I go grab stuff.
So we're going to go ahead and send it back.
All right, thank you very much.
Hello, Riftbounders. Are you wondering how the game developed with Unleashed? Let me give you a little introduction. The Calm domain has reinvented its defensive capabilities. With powerful pump spells and counter spells, Calm decks were already good at contesting their battlefield. But with Unleashed, holding the field becomes a whole lot stronger. A standout example for this is Black Off. 3 energy, no power. This card on action speed stuns a unit and draws a card to play from hand. Incredible! But leaving 3 runes open isn't always an option. Luckily, you can also hike this card if your runes are exhausted, or you want to keep them open for another card. Fury, on the other hand, brings plenty of new ways to assert pressure onto your opponent. Emery Jungler's dream is coming true with Smite, finding a new way to remove units. It simply deals 3 damage to a unit at a battlefield for 2 energy and 1 power. While those stats are not too impressive, the unit will also be banished when it would die. This takes information about your opponent's hand and lets you banish a card of choice for 5 energy and 1 power. They will get it back as soon as they hold the battlefield, but with full information and 1 card less in the opponent's hand, it's now on you to not let that happen. Chaos has been chaotically bouncing cards left and right, pushing them front and center. And now you will also be able to reach the opponent's units in base. Starcross's reaction speed removal is revolutionary, especially when it hits the base as well. For 3 energy and 1 power, you can return a friendly and an opposing unit back to the owner's hand. While this can give you
What are we doing? What are we teaching?
also disturbs your opponent. It slows them down massively and can sometimes deny powerful effects like Albert Vex's passive kill ability. While this domain has already been good at controlling the opponent's units, the mind is now finally greater than the sword. The mind domain receives a fantastic gear removal card. Turn to dust.
Oh, we're just going over the new.
Temporary problem for 2 energy and no power cost. While it does not immediately help you remove units that are boosted by equipment gear, you can easily take care of seals, dazzling aurora, or other great gear that stands in your way. Now what's scarier than body units that are standing on your opponent's side of the field just waiting to overwhelm you with their physical prowess? The ones you didn't see coming!
Ambush.
Has to be on your opponent's mind at all times. Every time your opponent feels secure about the board states, the Apex Predator could be played on a battlefield where there are units for 5 energy and 1 power. Either as a reaction to support your other attacking or defending units, or as a lonely attacker straight from hand with its powerful 6 might. What cards do you think are going to see the most play, and which domain do you like the most after Unleashed? Show us at your next tournament. Have you been feeling moody lately? Are you also tired of conquering for your points all the time? Do you not want to play a normie deck like the others? Then we got the deck just for you. Vex Gloomist appears in Unleashed, a legend that massively profits from moving battlefields. Stop your opponent from ambushing or accelerating consistently. As early as turn 2 with Vex Apathetic as your chosen champion unit. Tell your opponents to back off by stunning their units when they try to conquer. Play your Shadow, ready into battlefields to immediately use its ability on the opposing turn. Vex can rely on so many different defensive tools that the Calm and Chaos domain already have. Use Guardian Angel and Zonia's Hourglass to protect your units from dying. Not so fast and defy to counter opposing spells and deny their tempo. But also new defensive cards can be found in Unleashed, like Existential Dread or the mutated Mouser. But in the Shadow Isles, a monster lurks supporting Vex, giving her near unlimited defensive and offensive possibilities. Enter Vile. The Spider God has ambush, meaning it can be played offensive and defensively. With its powerful 8 might, it jumps into a battlefield that you are attacking and crushes any unit smaller than it without taking a single hit. If your opponent doesn't manage to push it out of a battlefield, an additional draw for holding is a free bonus. With these cards in your deck, you're going to be able to keep all the others away from your battlefields. Keep holding, Riftbounders.
All right then, Riftbounders, the bracket is building. The pressure is piling. Every single decision could be the difference between glory or going home early. That's not what we want to see. But my name is Shay, and I'm joined by the one and only Leo. Leo, what's going for your thoughts right now?
It's round 6. Nobody is safe. You need a guaranteed day by winning 6 rounds. If you're 5-0 now, what do you do? Focus on the light early, as you said earlier. So this is already a really important round for all players.
It really is. I'm sure if you are, in that 5-0 record, even if you're winning 4, you're thinking, I need to get in day 2, try and get those best offs, try and make that top spot and beyond. As you say, you can't really take your foot off the gas yet if you are 5-0. However, if you are 5-0, you've got the one more, a little bit and think, okay, we're in day 2. That's the hard work done.
There's a bunch of legends that you can actually almost get by going to day 2 that don't have the highest win rate ever. So for example, in Neil, I think there were only like 5 Lee Sin that made day 2 actually. So you get a significantly higher chance if you make it to day 2. Quite curious to see, because this is the last European event where you're going to be able to get those best of prizes for the Origins legends. So really, really curious to see how it goes.
Yeah, there are some fan favorites there in Origins, of course. It's going to be your last chance here to get your hands on those best of. So
those players will be trying their absolute hardest. If you are in contention, this is the rounds that matters. Those sort of best of dreams are made or broken in these rounds and beyond.
There's also something bittersweet. What's that? Means that probably so many of the players are going to drop their Origins Legends. Actually, like putting prismaticism on something else other than Annie is going to be a little
Okay.
hard, but maybe Legends just good enough to win the tournament, and or it's just their.
I don't know why I'm on my phone. I'm fucking starving. I don't know.
Of course, it is those cards are stolen. So we're actually going to get to play a little game ourselves, Leo. I'm a little bit nervous. Guess that flavor text. How are you feeling about this one?
Horribly. This is the last time I played that together with James, and I think we got none. We got decently close with a card that might be related to the card that was actually asked for.
Okay.
Or like 3 corners. So I think this is gonna be a disaster / massacre for us, but we can try.
Okay. So are we working as a team, or do we get 2 separate votes?
We work as a team.
Okay, we're working as a team.
No chance.
Okay, here we go. Guess along at home in the venue if you're listening in. Nobody wants to be left holding the exploding end of the stick. Okay, this has to be Fury, right?
I don't know. I mean, I would have said 6, but 6 is obviously not really in yet. The exploding end of the stick.
It sounds like giving out Rocket Barrage from last round, but that doesn't really hit.
It's kind of a stick.
Okay.
It is. I get stick.
Okay.
Once we left holding the exploding end of the stick. Is this overt operations? Oh, it's detonate. Oops. Yeah, I forgot about that shit.
I even played that card in the skirmish with the nice Miracle Draven deck. You know, everyone loved that detonate.
That was a good deck. I think Prismat had that in his side deck, I believe, coming in our rounds that we had on streams as well. So, yeah, currently, 0-1 on our guest to play. But do we get another one? We do. Piracy is universal language. Okay, there's only a few this could be, right? I'm thinking it could be a misfortune, it could be a first mate, perhaps. Pit crew, is Pit crew a pirate? Not Pit crew, what's the fella? Pit, who gives everyone some of the bob when he comes in?
Hit rookie.
Pit rookie.
I mean, there is also plundering coral. So I pirates are actually a really big part.
Yeah, they are.
There is also I would go for a pirate card.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree on that one. It says piracy in there. You've really given us some insight there, Leo. I think I've read this before, and I think I haven't played that many pirate cards. Misfortune and first. I don't think it's a misfortune. I'm leaning more towards first mate.
You know what? I'll join you. Again, we're going with it.
Okay, so if it's wrong, it's my fault again. Here we go. Show us the first mate.
No, it was actually the plundering coral. No.
Piracy is universal. Oh, yeah, it has to be Poro because the universal language implies it's crossing species.
Actually, plundering coral key part of the Kaiser Shield.
It is. Oh, they have. Oh, yeah. As harmless as it is.
Poro snacks. It's Poro snacks.
Okay.
Poro snacks. I'm locking in Poro snacks.
Okay, let's lock in for it. He sounded very, very confident there. Do we get to laugh back at production? Is it? Oh. You were so confident as well. I guess that's why Scotland has 0 mic, because everyone's just eating him apparently. But yeah, we'll have one more production staff if that's okay. Yeah, let's go with that. I guess it is harmless, or 0 mic. We could have put that together perhaps.
Yeah, but I wanted the Poro snacks.
Yeah.
They're very harmless as well.
True.
I don't want to eat Seymour.
No. Crab is very nice. Okay. Don't you dare suggest it's a hairpiece.
The heirloom. Shepherd's heirloom.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That would be a great unleashed card. I thought it was going to make Fiora a lot stronger than she eventually became. I don't even know if that's the complete name, but I'm going to go with Shepherd's heirloom. Production is asking. They're taunting us.
Production is saying, "Are we sure?" That could be. They're in our ear saying, "Are we sure?" That could be us trying to.
Okay, so don't you dare suggest it's a hairpiece.
But I think we lock in the Shepherd's heirloom.
Oh god, what is that?
So I'm safe to lock in what you said. Area Kingpin, of course.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. has nothing to do with the card, but except for the, I mean, it has everything to do with the art.
I'm sorry. Sorry,
To be fair, I locked into and I was wrong. It's only fair that you lock into and are also wrong. There we go. That is why we're sitting here talking about the game. We're not playing guess this flavor text because apparently we're not good about it.
The thing is, we are avid TCG players, right?
Yep.
Traditional TCG players, they don't read the cards. So
Okay, so moving on. Okay, no sponsored creators. We have such limited dice. Why is the table so small, I guess, is the big question. Are we not allowed to have big tables for on stream?
going to reveal quite yet. There is a good chance that they have already revealed the legends to each other, but of course, in case of doubt, break glass. I don't know. In case of doubt, just don't say anything.
Yeah, we don't wanna reveal anything if we could. We don't want to ruin the game, of course, until both players' headsets are on. But okay, we can look at this.
We have also seen that the players have
Oh, okay.
Versus Ezreal.
Oh, wow. Saratech? Interesting. Kaisa versus Ezreal. God, maybe I am still tired from doing China last night. Maybe I need to just stick with China. Oh my god, one of Longsword? That's so interesting. We're like piecemealing everything back together into Ravenbloom student. Fading Memories makes sense. No Rocket Barrage, because it can be defied. So we're just doing Fading Memories for less investment. Falling Star, obviously. Yeah, so the unique tech cards here for me are Longswords and the 2 Inferna. Because I figured you'd want to do like Plundering, so that you just like flat out just don't deramp to Falling Star later.
It's going to be a very interesting match because obviously, you know, Ezreal loves to, as you say, be very controlling, bewitching spirit. You know, you've got the pack of wonders, all that stuff, so we can draw a lot of cards and, you know, use your repeat spells over and over again. And then Kaisa, we know, using that legend ability to get extra power in and amongst spells.
So, to be completely honest, this is about to be a fucking snooze fest. This is about to be the biggest snooze fest imaginable. I say that. It has a lot of complexities that are very critical, but for the average viewer, this is about to be a snooze fest. They're just sling spells at each other. Oh my god, I take that back. We are on... Okay, well, I also take it back. It's gonna be a snooze fest. It's fucking Deadly Flourish, make it gold. Yeah, fair enough. You do have access to that. It's probably a one of, all things considered, so hitting that as a one of is kind of crazy. Actually, did I see the Ezreal list? I must have missed the Ezreal list when I was looking at my phone. Yeah, no 2-drop, it just tells your opponent that, like, oops. I mean, this is just Hextech Ray. This is Hextech Ray into Yeah, Hex Ray into Noxus, and then pass. Did he draw all 3 Hextech Rays? That's crazy. I mean, you can't get rid of them. You gotta keep them. And then, in anticipation for something else, like you just longsword it. Gust is pretty good. You have to play out your Ezreal here, and then you can Starcross. You would, you kind of need to keep. You can get rid of 1 Gust, and then quite honestly, you can get rid of Pack of Wonders here if you wanted to be silly enough to boost all the way up. But evidently you're not. You don't want to be silly. To be fair, you're at a regional. You should not be silly. Conquered Star Spring, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The showdown resolves. If you really wanted to be dumb, I mean, to be fair, you should just be playing Kaisa. Ooh, we're falling starring. Yeah, yeah. I forgot about that card in hand, honestly. No, yeah, you falling star there to ruin the tempo. He tapped out to play Starcross, and so you know that this is a completely safe line. And then you can honestly just, I mean, you lose to double singularity, but you can accelerate Kaisa here. Yeah, you can accelerate Kaisa here to conquer and then draw. And the Kaisa Accelerate is good for the Conquer. It puts you at point advantage. You get a card. And then from there, I mean, like, your opponent has to waste cards to draw you out. And then the issue is, yeah, you're just super dead to Singularity here. There's not much you can do about that. Yeah, it's just Singularity. It's always Singularity here. Draw, and then 2 for unit, 2 for Ravenbloom. Okay, so it was a Ravenbloom off the top. I mean, that Ravenbloom fucking dies to anything. We know. Oh my god, that is not a hand you want to see. So this is like hard advantage for Ezreal. Starcross is not an option now, is the thing. So play Sprite, and then you're gonna bounce and play Sprite again, and then just not walk up. If I'm dizzier, I discard Time Warp. I discard Time Warp to Ever Living Hell here. The issue is if you choose to play the Sprite, you are vulnerable to Falling Star, because you can't retrieve it. So, trying to look. The safe play would be to walk up. Oh, he didn't even bother replaying. Interesting. You know, stack deck goes to +1. Honestly, it's Fizz. You're in such a commanding position. You can either Fizz or Thousand Tailed. Singularity is overkill at this point. Singularity is overkill. The Fizz just gives you more. Yeah, the Fizz just gives you more. So it's super good. Gives you more flexibility, lets you potentially play out a stack deck again. A Bewitching. This is where you discard a Hextech Ray and tell him to have the out. Yeah, get rid of 1 Hextech Ray. We're gonna Starcross. Interesting. Yeah, that will go through. That's fine. Goes up to 2. The hand is getting pretty low. You can't discard Darius. He's your only unit here. Genuinely, you might have to discard the long. Yeah, the longsword doesn't work in this meta, or not this meta. This Okay, yeah. Now we Hextech Stupefy and say fuck you. Play a Gust. Oh, actually, you can't even play Gust. It's 4 might. So Stupefy. Yeah. Yeah, we're not choosing a Gust. The correct player there is to Hextech Ray and then Gust. Or no, Hextech Ray then Stupefy. And the main reason you do that is because you have to account for the Gust. The Gust saves it. I mean, it ruins the tempo, but like, I mean, you're pretty okay with that. You're pretty okay with everything that's occurred for all intents and purposes. Now you just need to start praying that you have a unit. So first off, let's play Darius. Surely we have a secondary card that can be played. What do you have in hand? Okay, you can. Oh my god, we have double Darius. Yeah, so that's good. We've weathered the storm because you remember the Ezreal's been targeting hand for the most part. Are we going to... Let's see what we're going to do. Are we going to play Bewitching into Fizz? I feel like this ends up being Bewitching into Fizz. And... Bewitching into Fizz, we Starcross, and then... we do it again? Okay, yeah, so we lose the time warp. I mean, at this point, the time warp doesn't help us. So... yeah, that's also an option. And then we can bounce it again. And so like... yeah, there's no response because there's no units. There's no units, there's no cards. And I mean, you just need a top deck like Progress Day here. What is the top deck is the question. Walk up, conquer. That's good. You have to play this because you know the card is gone. Stupefy. Draw. We only have one other Darius. Do we have a unit? So we can bounce the Fizz. We're praying that's a falling star. If it's a falling star, then the map actually... oh. I mean, that card might as well be gone. Okay, Eclipse is good. Eclipse is good because you can just gust. You can gust here, or you just let it die and then you Starcross. Actually, yeah, you save it. I think you always save it. You always save it to... ooh, interesting. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So Conquer is good, and then you... and then you just Pack of Wonders, play it out, lose it. It denies card draw, and yeah, I mean it's just very saddening to see. It's just very annoying. I mean, oh my god, yeah, you just take the fizz. There aren't even many outs, right? Getting singularity early and not having a wide arrangement of units to like fight on the board. It's almost impossible for for this player to play. We're gonna Falling Star. We're gonna get rid of the Sprite. Oh, we're not getting rid of the Sprite? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Ooh. That's good. I mean, that works. And now, I mean, like, there's no cards. There's no reason to bounce. You just go for the hold. Play the Fizz. You stack deck. Look for your more options. Yeah, you just keep the Sprite so that if the Sprite dies, or Spirit, yeah, Spirit dies, you just send that shit back in. Yeah, and then bounce, play it again. I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, so hold to 5, conquer to 6. You can just Starcross and then play it out. You don't even need a you actually chose not to do the Fizz. Yeah, there's not much. There's not much this guy can do. We have an undefeated Darius still? That's crazy. Super fine draw. Do we have a unit? I mean, we have Fizz in hand. Fizz lets us just replay Starcrossed, which, oh no, he already did. Okay, I mean, that clears it. That's good. Play the Fizz. We're playing Stack Deck. Do we have Stack Deck in hand? Yeah, we have Stack Deck. So do Stack Deck. I mean, that's all. Oh my god, we've played so many. So we played 4 Stack Decks. You get the Sprite here. You just get the Sprite here. It doesn't hurt. Do what you Sprite. I mean, it doesn't do anything. You're looking at the trash. I mean, you see the trash. You know that you've seen 2 Falling Stars. There's a 3rd Falling Star somewhere in the deck, more than likely. We have not seen a whole lot of other units. I mean, what does this top deck yield? You've seen all 3 Stupefies is the key thing. Yeah, the issue is there's just no good There's no good way. Like, Kaisa only has Falling Star as her backline access. The only thing that I could think of is, like, Rocket Barrage as other backline. I mean, backline access is super strong. There's a reason it's not the main, like, goal. Or, like, the main, like, effect of a lot of spells. Because your bases, but yeah, you just have to scoop here.
Already a little bit stressful, right? You have played few hours of Riftbound already. That is exhausting at some point, and then you're seeing a matchup that you can start dominating.
Yeah, quite honestly, you know, that's what you want, especially, you know, if you are going into your winning scenario and you find out you're going to be the feature match where you think, okay, now I've got all the cameras and the lights, got all this to deal with here. But, you know, as long as your deck does what it needs to do, and as you said, the Azerial deck did exactly what it needed to do. It looks like we're going to see some sideboards, and there's like the Parasite coming in. Perhaps not taken out, I'm not sure, but that.
So what are we gonna do here?
Yeah, I mean, Saratech just really realized that's not the best for you, right? Yeah, really dominating that game. We've seen this dominating so many times now about this, but that was just what it was, right?
Was a domination. But let's talk about the reverse side now. For, you know, if you're the Kaiser player here, you know, game one hasn't really gone your way. Are there any changes in strategy or any cards you think could be included here from the side that could make this, you know, a bit better? That was a deep sigh.
I think some sort of gear removal so that you can have the chance to stop the second Wonders Madness.
Yeah.
Together with the Bewitching Spirit. You need to really hope a little bit that your opponent doesn't find all the puzzle immediately.
Yeah.
And then if your opponent can't Fizz or Pack of Wonders with their Bewitching Spirit, and you get to actually find some. I mean, you're not even playing cards like traditionally. Those cards traditionally outplay as other white cards. Maybe something to put in from the sideboard if there is one. Because then, if your opponent really works hard, spends like 10 minutes to just 10 energy to get your hand started, to get you like a hand trips or sometimes two if your opponent plays it enough. And to draw 4 with progression day, it's a better progression for you than
That could be a way to progress on day two. Could be said. So gear removal potentially and progression day could be moving in to our main deck if you are our Kaiser player. And I think if you are Ezreal, I think it's just business as usual. To be fair, that was a solid game plan there. Just moving all the units, moving all the hands, moving all hope. Quite honestly, that's what we want to do. So we are going to be starting our game 2 here on our Swiss round 6 feature match. We are going to see the Fist Bomb. Let's get into some Riftbound.
right. Arena's greatest, that is certainly going to help Kaiser. Usually. However, in the last game we reached 4 points.
Okay, so going first, Arena's greatest. Be sure not to miss the trigger. The mulligan you're staring at. Ooh, he's not. Wow. Yeah, that's awful. I mean, you need the unit. You also need discard fodder, but holy shit, that's awful.
Here we go. We are getting started. Over to Kaiser. Draw the turn. And I think that's the pass.
I think that was just the Arena's greatest trigger that
Okay, yeah, that works.
very close. That's just the pass. Very
I think it was. Yeah, it was. That's not what you need, Leo.
Okay.
We need units. We need pressure. We need something to stop this. Ezreal's just walking all over us. But it is over to Ezreal now. I think Plunder and Poro was in hand. There it was.
Poro is absolutely insane, providing gold for free soon, especially if you don't want to develop a quite deck. Because we're looking at Sarah, not too much. Maybe you this Poro conquering and then getting punished for it, it's getting lower and lower.
Don't want to be giving Ezreal that free gold. That can go into. Honestly, it can just power so much. But at least Yoda will be able to support. Ooh, gonna see a response. Hex Ray.
I don't know if we want to let this go. There is a potential to bounce it back to the dust, but
There we go.
nope, I'm playing the long game here. I'm playing the defensive game. I just need to drain you out of resources, so I will take that trade. Also, Gust is a powerful tool in the end game to deny cards like the ones for Sentry.
Yoda is ready. And charge him in.
Now are we using Wages of Pain?
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Deadly Legend. Probably will explore our ability.
Feels a little bit reminiscent of game 1 here. Your Ezreal has to jump through 4 hoops, but in the game plan. Ice the champion coming down. Not with accelerate though. Is over to Ezreal.
I like the way they're approaching this one now, because if you don't play hard into the singularity like last game on the Queen, the high singularity completely tapping out with an accelerating Kai'Sa, at least with 2 rooms open there is a possibility to play Kai'Sa the card and play on. That's apathetic. Really strong card is Kai'Sa.
Okay, Vex apathetic. So I mean, we've gone through enough of the board where we have to get rid of Stupefy. We're at 1 point each. You walked up for this. Do you have an answer? Stupefy Gust? No? Okay. Or even, yeah, Stupefy Gust would bounce it, but you just accelerate it, but that's fine. The draw makes it so that Sprite is no longer as viable. Actually, did they sub out Sprite? Kind of looks like they did. I see the singularity. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Okay. Okay, never mind. We are good to go. Just getting enough units out before so that you don't just die.
Massive turn. We were just saying how much we like that turn there for Kai'Sa, the opposite of game 1, but Ezreal just immediately closing the door of opportunity there.
If we had one more room, the Deadly Flourish could have been put up. I really like the conservative play with the Max Apathetic. The card is so useful, and especially in this matchup, in basically every Fury matchup, that you don't want to risk it at all against the Inferno that is developing for this, right? You only have Wages of Pain as well for a Gust. Really threatening.
Oh, there's the Wages of Pain on the Inferno. That's going to stop that conquest there. Wow. This, honestly, Ezreal is just having his way all over this game. What's your century?
I mean, we haven't started looking Bewitching Spirit yet.
No, we haven't. Oh, another Noxus hopeful, though.
If he finds it Stupefy, then Deadly Flourish plus Stupefy would be amazing. Drawing 2 cards, getting rid of that card.
Bellowing
that
Breath.
Works.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, that card is good here.
Bellowing Breath, deal 1, 2 units, 3 units at the same location. You can repeat it, of course. That will also get you the Ezreal War as well.
You don't need to, because you will throw the Deadly Flourish at the Noxus Hopeful afterwards. That one is gonna die. You also get the control token, and you'll get that bonus.
Okay. So, I think after this match, I'm gonna go get food and probably cut it. But yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, what am I doing as the Kai'Sa player here? Yeah, this deck just suffers if it goes against like anyone with decent draw power, but it filters really well.
I think battlefield you're opening up something like a Wages from the Kaiser. So as we have very few units, I could still see Saratech to the
I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it. Just make sure there is no options. Spicer has been, you know, putting loads of cards in play, but they have been removed. So, you know, in theory, the hand rip is still kind of live because they put multiple cards down and they are getting removed. Haven't quite been able to see what's in our Kaiser players' hands here, but can't imagine. What ideally, what are we looking for here, Leo? Units? Singularity, of course, yep. That would also be fantastic. Firing off at yourself, your response, doing 6 to 2 units.
Also, you can, of course, Kaiser Legend on 8 point cost, and you are just 2 empty for 2, which they get perfect since you're already at 12, so kind of is efficient.
Here we go. So falling star. That is going to remove the Ezreal champion effect. We'll still have one left. I think you're right. Here we go. I'm liking this. And that is going to go through as well, Leo. The reverse board right. I love this. We are trading blows here. The pendulum of power is swinging left, is swinging right. Wow.
This is one of those games where nobody's going anywhere. Both players.
Yeah. What the fuck am I looking at? Remember when I said at the beginning of this that this is gonna be a snooze fest? Yeah, yeah, it's a goddamn snooze fest.
Developed is over to Ezreal now. Could this be the turn that he has been waiting for? Vagabonders comes down. Plundering Poro Conquest. Is that going to go through? And that is probably not. 2 in a legend. Smite. Is that going to go through? That is. Okay. Response number 1.
I think that Saratech is really happy about that because he just traded a Plundering Poro another card in hand right now.
There you go. Right on cue.
Okay. So we're actually in not a terrible spot. I mean, we are losing. Okay, he's opting not to play it. All right. So we're in the control stage now. Oh man. What do you mean we're on all runes up and it's only been 1 point scored between the two people outside of arenas? It's just, I mean, it's just a control matchup, but this is like a more egregious control matchup, honestly.
Also, if you have analyzed the last turns closely, not a lot is going on for Dizia aggressively. There's just not a lot happening. We are at 2 to 1 points in the arena's greatest game.
That is a great point. And yeah, you're right. It's not like go gung ho on the hand grip, but you're right. I mean, what has Dizia been presenting threats? It's not a great deal. Ooh. Okay, I think that was a sided card there that turned to dust. That
Okay, Turn to Dust is good.
There we go. Backup Wonders also traded for another one of those cards. Now Saratek. His opponent is not really doing too much, so he can basically just easily chill with Spirit number 1. I would have said he would have not played Bewitching Spirit if he didn't top deck.
That makes, yeah. Now you've got more free reign to get more liberal with the Bewitching Spirit usage. Like, you know, Bewitching Spirit and a pass. Battle of attrition here in our Swiss Classic speech match. We are just showing us the winner of this match will advance to our second day of competition. Lydia is only one game down. We need to win this and game 3 to get that 6-0 record. The Retic currently blocking.
How much better? And really not afford this Bewitching Spirit to conquer. Because otherwise it's just gonna get gusted back and we have a whole more hand flipping action going on.
Yeah, but he isn't to know that. I mean, set of options. Doing recycle 2, Bellowing Breath. That will be a killed Bewitching Spirit. No looping shenanigans yet. Do we see a unit?
I would like to see how many
Noctis
cards.
Opal? Or no, it's going to be the Inferno.
How many cards Tizia still has in hand? Thinking down to 2 cards in top deck.
Okay. So we have the unit. Oh my god. Oh, there's a very real chance that Ezreal decks out.
There's the Bewitching Spirit. How many cards do we have?
This is agony. This is just complete agony.
I think that was the Watcher yet. I think one of those other cards is Time Warp as well, Leo, I think.
That is actually a very brave Bewitching Spirit. Maybe looking at the treasure builder, there is not too many more cards that can get rid of this card. He has the Star Cross in hand to bounce it.
Okay, Raven Bloom. Raven Bloom is good. 10? Oh, we're just time warping.
The Time Warp.
I think you can stop getting the Star Cross.
I mean, yeah, use Starcross. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, you just chill. I mean, the game is the game is taking forever. Draw Time Cross just Starcross Time Warp just says draw 1 basically. Draw 1 and ready. Okay, Conquer to 3 is good. Conquer 3 is useful.
So nonchalant, but like, you can do what you want. I'm still in the driver's seat. But hey, Lysia is putting points on the board. Points is how you win. Not the most explosive of Time Warp turns, I think it's safe to say, but just get a point on the board, just get a unit to stick. Dark Cross currently in hand now.
Oh, into Forbidden Wave. That makes this card go 0 when it's being attacked. However, not too much attacking action going on. At least Flourish being considered onto this Raven Bloom student. Yeah. Do we have something like a Stupefy so that we can trigger the Ezreal Legend kill?
Doesn't look like it yet. 2 cards in hand currently for Dizia, but it is just going to be the pass.
Chilling massively on it because he knows he has double Gust in hand to just bounce it back whenever Dizir just attempts to win off. So that is one of the cards you don't want to see, cards that put units on board and then replace themselves immediately like electric water. But at least the counter on one up to
Heretic is catching up on points here. Wow, another Gust. Singularity currently in hand as well.
Which might do just start gusting the Bewitching Spirit.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just close the door down. There's a Singularity.
I mean, I think I'm just suggesting this Gust play because I really want something to happen.
because I think he's in no position where he has to throw gusts down. He just singularities one singular yordle because he knows my opponent is not going to commit to the board.
Get a look at the hand perhaps. 4 cards now. Darius can come down.
Hey. Darius. Do we have a second card? We have 3 cards in hand. Oh, we're passing? Interesting.
Now we are not getting the debuff for defending. Things are looking crazy here.
Is that Darius gonna hang around though? Starfrost is in the hand, of course. There we go, right on cue.
He wants to force his opponent to play more cards as well with the Darius so that it has to accelerate, otherwise it gets bounced every single time. Just do we play this into the battlefield? Yes, because we want to be able to gust it. Now our units are actually safer in the battlefield rather than in our base. And it's just seeing that the last one.
Wow, okay. Ezreal just slowly advancing that controlling resource management strategy. If you're dizzier, Darius is currently in the hand, like you say, a lot of resources to get that accelerate off.
I'm getting dizzy watching this.
Glitching spirits is flying around.
We have been in a time warp this game as well. I wouldn't blame you for forgetting that. That was the most explosive time warp, but here we go. Uh-oh. 8.
Okay. A Thousand-Tailed Watcher. Thousand-Tailed Watcher is good. However, you lose to Starcross. Have we seen a Starcross? We have already seen the Starcross. What are the odds of them having Starcross in hand? Ooh, there's another Starcross. So yeah, you just Starcross Hiss.
The Star-Crossed immediately sending that Thousand-Tailed Watcher back to the hand.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
But at this point, Saratek is also not making too many points, right? He's at 5 now.
That's fair.
So that Watcher problem is delayed for just a second.
Sure. That's the thing about Star-Crossed. Doesn't remove the threat. What do we see? What do we see?
A Pack of Wonders. That is going to be absolute massive here. The Longsword is discarded. So we know about Darius in hand, and we know about the Thousand-Tailed Watcher in hand. Don't know how many cards are still left. Pack of Wonders, Bewitching Spirit. We are bewitching you so hard.
So now we know with that Pack of Wonders we can get so much more lip with our Bewitching Spirit. Here we go. This is the turn you were talking about, Leo, where Bewitching Spirits are going to be flying around. Everybody close your windows. You don't want Spirit to enter. What can Dizzier do? I think you might be as well, Dizzier. I think you might be too.
How many cards in hand?
3. Not too many cards to be, but did just, unleash a flurry.
Okay. I don't know how you recover from this. I'm not gonna lie.
That is a big body, Leo. Not the easiest one in the world to remove.
You know what removes a Watcher? A Watcher!
You'd be so sad, wouldn't you? Play your Watcher against Starcross and then the opponent immediately watches you in response.
Darius has been taken care of before, I think.
Yep, for sure.
Right.
And you are correct. There's the response. Thousand-Tailed Watcher with Accelerate. That can just charge straight in. Remove that threat.
There is still the Raven phase that will have to do a lot of work. That is going to be over hours for the studies for the
But it is just going to be the concession. Ezreal wins.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, that's about what we expected from this matchup. This is just a abysmal matchup.
Look at him all smiling there, knowing I have played the Ezreal game of my lifetime there, knowing full well, hey,
Yeah, I mean, knowing in this matchup, like, you just don't have draw, right? You don't have on board tricks. All your tricks are from inside, like, your hand. So if your hand gets attacked, there's not much you can do. And you're not like Jhin, where you just constantly spam draw. You're not Lux, where you constantly spam draw. You're just genuinely suffering. So that's unfortunate. Alright. I think that's it for me. I'm gonna get going.